Celebrate that. Oh,
you're on mute. Oh,
All right,
I guess
Jay.
everybody's on mute, right?
What's up, Metal Summoners? How are you guys doing? It is a
You're on mute,
party
too.
up in this bitch on Wednesday night for the Metal Summit. We appreciate you guys, as always, coming on to your island of misfit toys, and it doesn't get much misfittier than it is with this motley crew of people joining us this evening. We are super duper stoked, as always. We got the core four back together for this episode. We got Cowboy Up, Angel Alamo. We've got the Empress Bobby Dreyer. We've got the Oh So Jew for You in Psycho Steve, and we've got myself as well. And we are super duper stoked to jump right into everything. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. We got new music and new singles to talk about, but we have got the return of TMS alumni Nitro Nitra. She is joining us in our big old Brady Bunch setup here. Nitro Nitra, how are you, dear? Welcome back to the Metal Summit.
Hello.
But
Feels
first
good
and
to be
foremost,
back.
yeah, it's so great to have you back. But first and foremost, we got a whole lot of faces here that need some introductions.
yes.
So we're going to kick it to you to introduce some people and let everybody say hi.
All right, going down the line on rhythm guitar, we have Jimmy Church.
Yeah.
What up?
Then on drums, we have Corey Gilmer.
How's it
Happy
going?
Drummers
Good
Day,
to be
dude.
here.
Yep. Happy Drummers Day,
What a
Corey.
great
Happy
day for
Drummers
me to be
Day.
here. I picked
Happy
an awesome
National Drummers Day.
And then on bass, we have Dan Martino.
Yes.
And Scott Brady's coming in here soon, but yeah,
Nice. He plays the triangle.
lead guitar.
Lead guitar.
Yes, so these are my Kingsmen for sure, yo. So much has changed since the last time I was here.
I know.
Yes. Yes.
Can I
That is-
just say this show is a freaking lucky omen, because every time that I do this show, after I do it, a whole series of like great things happens every time after this show.
Well, let's go.
Remember
I'm
Battle
telling
of
you.
Bands.
Let's keep that
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, every time
Nitra-
that I come on this show, great things happen after I see you guys. So I just want to say thank you guys for having me, and thank you, Jay, for like inviting me on the show prior to like any of the singles and prior to like Train. You were like, let's get this girl on the show. So thank you.
You're very, very welcome. No, absolutely, because so the invitation, thanks to Leanne, inviting myself, Brad, and Angie to be a part of your music video for Train is what kind of started all of that going. And while we were hanging out at the legendary Dobbs, we got to talking about dates for you coming on the show and getting to talk about things, because that was a really interesting scenario as well, because at the time of that conversation, it was leading up to what was going to be the release of Train.
Right.
But then you called me and you were like, hey, we actually have to hush on Train because a new single is getting pushed instead. So we have to talk about that. She can't deal.
Yeah. That was crazy, yo.
But then we had you on the show, which got you introduced to the Empress right there, Bobby Dreyer.
To Bobby.
And that became a thing.
And then we went to Florida and had a blast.
You did. Look, you did Disney. Look, I showed you how to Disney right.
You did. You did.
Because I own that effing place.
One of the greatest times of my life, for sure. Disney.
Super duper awesome. So awesome. So rad.
What's up, Scott Brady?
We're super stoked that you enjoy. Yes, we got Scott on the show now as well, right on lead guitar.
What up?
But we gotta start with all the newest in haps. And first and foremost, Nitra, for all the guys, congratulations. Rockrevolution is out.
Thank you. Thanks.
So talk a little bit about that song and what it means to the band and how its reception's been and how it just feels to be out.
Yeah, man. So it's been great. So this song took a while. So the conception of the song started, I would say, last December. And I was driving in my car doing Lyft, and I just got this download get ready for the rock revolution. And I got this download. So I'm like driving in the car and I pull over and I tell the passenger in the back, just give me 1 second because I have to record this real quick. And the guy goes, yo, am I experiencing inspiration right now? This is so awesome. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what's the name of your band? And I gave him the name. But yeah, so that's when the chorus came. And then went to Milk Boy, and I was talking to Tommy Joyner. And then, as everybody knows, I was living under this rock for like 30 years. So I knew rock, but I really didn't like know a lot of like rock songs, right? So I had wanted to do this song, and then Tommy says to me, well, you do rock, but you don't know a lot of rock songs. So what kind of music did you grow up on? And then bam. And then inspiration hit. Okay, so I tell the story of how I was awakened through rock and roll and then tie it into the songs that had an impact on me. So then after he had said that, then I came up with the lyric, I grew up in a church, how sin works. Now I'm feeling like a prodigal son. So now I am free and I'm on this journey of rock and roll. So it all coincides while also paying homage to all of the rock and roll great songs that ever existed, plus the bands. And then I called my great friend Jay Oakley, and I'm like, nobody knows more about rock and roll than you. And then you had took me on a whole journey. And then that's how Rockrevolution came to be, man. Bought it to the band, and then bam, there you have it.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it was just fun getting to like spitball back and forth just about, well, give me some bands.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what's kind of mainstream that would like trigger people that listen to the song,
right,
or things that tie in with like you. Like I remember we were talking about AC/DC, and Highway to Hell was a song you were already covering.
Yeah.
You know, so stuff like that. It's just all about like, you know, connecting it to the band, connecting it to you personally. But then also, like we were talking about even before getting on the air, when you and I were just simply talking about like, you know, playing and being a hired gun and stuff like that. It's just all about like connecting in general. So also having a song put together that all the guys here can get behind as well.
Absolutely. And we stood on that phone call for what, like 2 hours?
It was a while.
It was a long time.
We were talking about music for a minute.
Yeah, we were. So after that talk, I was in my room for maybe about just like 3 days, constantly just getting downloads coming up, you know, just putting all the pieces together. So yeah. So thank you, Jay Oakley, for that help in writing Rockrevolution, baby.
No, absolutely. No, my pleasure to just be considered for a little bit of inspiration. I'm super duper stoked that it was able to work, that it was able to connect, and that you were able to get such like a cool, passionate, like exciting new piece out of it. So
absolutely.
I mean, hey, I just all I tried to do was help, but the fact of the matter is, this is, you know, that's all you, girl.
Yeah,
I just tried to help. So, but
it's been so fun for me though, because the songs that I'm awakening to now and I listen to now, most of you guys have known about these songs for like years and years, but I'm just like diving into Black Sabbath and into Rainbow, and I'm like falling in love, and I'm like, this is wonderful. So it's like it is literally a whole new world, and I'm so in love right now.
That's
seriously
awesome.
Yeah,
for sure. So before we kick it around to like Angel and Bobby and Steve, let's kick it a little bit around the table with your Kingsmen. And guys, each let's get a little bit of time for each of you guys about how you got involved in the band and a little bit about yourselves. Dan, let's just start it off with you so we have a starting point.
Sure. I'm friends with Brent Porsche from WMMR, and he was at Sweeney's And
Wait a second. He's making more noise.
Nitro Nitra is playing tonight. David O was a politician, and he was there. He's like, you got to check this band out. So I went down. I didn't know Nitro. I didn't know Jimmy. And I seen them play, and I was like, wow. Like, why do I not know about these people? And I literally went up to her, and she didn't know who I was. And I'm like, look. And she had an amazing bass player. God bless that guy. Real good, talented, great guy. But I wanted to be part of it. So I just went up. I'm like, look, I'm a bass player. If you're interested, give me a call. I literally think I wrote my name on a napkin or something. It was like real informal. Never thinking that I'm going to hear from Nitro ever again. And it was a short period of time later. Wasn't even like a month. And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, send me songs. And then I went in for a tryout, which was hilarious because I've been playing music a long time. I was nervous. And I'm in this studio in Delaware, and then they have a meeting. And I'm like, what did I get involved with? They're having a meeting to see if I'm good enough. And then she's like, oh, yeah, you're fine. Nerve-wracking. And it's been a roller coaster, but I have to say, I'm thrilled to be in the band. The group that we have, everybody that's been in the band is great. But this group we have right here, the talent is immeasurable. And it's just easy to create. It's an amazing, amazing group of people. Even with Shady Brady, who I want to punch in the nose every once in a while, great guitarist. I love him to death.
So Dan, go ahead and pick your next victim. Who do you want to kick it over to in the band?
I would say Jimmy Church.
Jimmy!
What's good? What's good? So I'm like the only member of the band who hasn't been replaced or fired.
Don't say it like that.
I'm saying it like I'm gonna say it like that, okay? So like met Nitra by accident on a whim. Mutual friend was just like, "This is a girl you need to meet," and she was doing Zumba at a Zumba instructor at the YMCA. So met her, and then she was like, "You play guitar, yo?" And I was like, "Yeah." So then it was I think our first gig, we were at this it was like some serious underworld comedy skit club. And from then on, I was playing for her. And then from then on, we just kept creating music. And then I got fired a few times. And then when she ran out of people she couldn't fire, she'd call me again. And she's like, "Hey, yo, I need you to come to this open mic, yo." Okay. You the only one that knows my songs, yo. So I would, then we'd kiss and make up and we'd be back together. So then finally, she got this band together. And originally, I'm like, my first love is the bass. And she was just like, "Yeah, well, I already got a bass player." I was like, "I'm not a lead guitarist, Nitra." Like, you hear people like Scott play, and it's just like, yeah, that's that shit. So she was like, no, don't worry about it. But you can tell everybody what to do. You can speak my language, and nobody can speak Nitra's language. But she's like, you know what I want to do, and you can tell it to everybody else. So that's pretty much how it's happened. And then I guess the highlight of the whole thing was, I guess for me, was the American Song Contest, and that came on again. Nitra was just like, "Hey, you have a credit card?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a credit card." She was just like, you got a limit on it?" I was like, "Yes, I have a limit." "What's up?" We need to submit a song for this contest." I was like, "What contest?" I was like, "Nitra, this shit is all fixed." And so she was like, "Come on, let's just do it." I was like, "Well, what song?" And it was Train. Now, just to back up real quick, Train, she and I used to get together at my father's church. That's why she calls me Jimmy Church, right? And we used to get together, and one day we were working for one of her open mic nights, and I just was grooving, and I was like, "You feel this?" And so she's like, "Come on, man, you're always going off script. Can you just concentrate and focus?" I was like, "Nitra, do you feel what I'm playing?" So then we got together, wrote Train, and the next thing you know, we're off to Hollywood. So I was just like, okay, we may have something there. We didn't win, but we won. I mean, just all of the knowledge that we had. Well, actually, we beat Jewel and Michael Bolton, so that's saying something. But just to get there, be there amongst all those professionals, to have Snoop Dogg and Kelly Clarkson sitting in our booth telling us no matter what, keep going, was like, that's been the highlight of it. And then again, a lot of good things have happened. And then
hey, Jimmy, to interject, she played it to 200,000 queens in fucking Orlando. So let's just go there.
Oh, well, see, hold on, Bobby. I wasn't there, so I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You were there.
I was there. Yeah. So there was that. So if I may, that same night that we met Dan, I heard Corey on the drums, and I also play the drums too, right? That's why I first started on. And so when I heard Corey playing, I looked at Nitra and I was just like, you hear that? That's what we need in the band. And so she was just like, yo, just manifested, yo, it's gonna come to us, yo, just manifested, yo. So Dan gets in the band, and then he was like, well, Dan's like, yo, yeah, hey, yo, Jimmy, I fucking know Corey. I can get him in the band. So he talks to Corey. Corey's in the band, and then we had shout out to Dustin Minucci was playing, and he has his own band, the Dustin Minucci Trio, and they were in
Dustin.
Yeah, they were in the competition with us. So it was like, okay. So Nitra was like, well, we're going to be in this contest. And I was just like, we don't have Dustin. And so she was like, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we're going to manifest it. Yo, we'll figure it out. Right. So then she was like, all of a sudden Scott shows up. And I promise you, from the first rehearsal, I was like, oh shit. I was like, we got a problem, Houston, because I was like, oh, okay, Scott. He's like, yeah, I'm Shady Brady, yeah, just call me Shady. Don't call me Scott. I'm Shady Brady. So, so I was just like, Nitra. And then he comes in, I'm saying we had one rehearsal, 2 performances, and we won that damn competition. So I know I've talked too much, but so that's where we are right now. And as I said, things are going far. And in the words of Nitra, it's because we manifested it, yo. We manifested it.
Right on, Jimmy. Right on. So pick your victim, man. Who are you kicking it to, Scott or Corey?
I'm gonna kick it to the next member of the 18th formation of the group, Corey. Go ahead, Corey.
Woo!
Yeah. So as you previously mentioned, I was courted from the band I was previously in. Happened to meet Nitra at that show. Was in a band with Dan. He did double duty that night. Good on him for being able to play that many songs. I couldn't play for 2.5 hours, especially with my shirt off like he did. I wouldn't be able to do that. Impeccable guns on that guy. But I will vividly remember.
What a show for Bobby to miss.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Jay,
it was just an absolute display of masculinity. It was crazy. So I'm coming out of the bar, just unloading my kit, which takes forever. Any drummer would know. And I hear this lady screaming out of a car, "I love you! You're the best drummer ever!" I was like, "What the hell was that?" Come to find out later on, Dan was like, "Yeah, that was Nitro Nitra. They opened for us that night, and she was like, she loved you, and eventually you guys are gonna meet and talk and go through that." So, all right, cool. Few things went down a few months later. Dan's like, "Hey, got this opening in the band. Told you about a little while ago. We need you to play the drums. She's looking for this sound that she's always wanted, and you're the guy." So that was pretty humbling to be the sound they wanted. Join the band pretty quickly. I had my tryout, which lasted about 5 minutes. She was like, "I love you. You're in," and the rest is history.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Hell
Yo,
yeah.
When I first seen this dude play, right, I was quiet, and I don't get quiet,
No, she doesn't.
I was super quiet, and I rolled up on him. I'm like, "Oh my god, you're the best drummer ever!" So yeah.
I'm just loving the various impressions of the band members that are going through with this so far. But
we have fun with it.
Absolutely, 100%. But go ahead, Corey, kick it over.
All right, right after me ensuing was one of the best things to happen leading up to the Battle of the Bands, bringing in Shady Brady to hit the lead. So tell them how you got here.
I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone today. But I'm from the 80s and my memory's gone. Now, for real, about a year and a half ago, Nitra put out on Facebook, she's looking for a guitar player. I sent her a message. I looked at her stuff. I don't know, she could sing. Yeah. I sent her a message. But I was away working, so it didn't work out. So this contest came up. The other guy couldn't do it. And I got the opportunity. And we got in the first round. And we won that one. And from that point on, I'm like, I got the job. I'm in, right? I kept kind of pushing my way a little bit in. And then I started busting Danny's balls with his beard over there. And yeah, I got to have fun with Dan. I like to have fun with him. But yeah, listen, great group of people, great musicians. Nitra's an awesome vocalist. They're all talented. And I'm happy to be in the group.
That's awesome, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we'll kick it off of your favorite beard to our favorite beard. Psycho Steve, let's kick it over to you, and then we'll follow it up with Bobby.
Psycho.
Good evening, everyone. So my question, who writes everything, or is it a collaborated thing? Like, do you guys, like, for example, this Nitra, do you come with the lyrics and then you let them build around the music, or how do you guys do it?
So it's a collaboration. Certain songs I wrote with Jimmy Church. Certain songs I write on my own and then bring it to the band, and we usually have a melody and then it gets spoofed up. So each musician adds their flavor to the song, and then we make it complete and then full as a band.
Awesome. Now, you just sing. You don't play any instruments, do you?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
What are you saying, Corey? I can't hear you. You're on mute.
It didn't unmute. Yeah, it didn't unmute. You play the cymbals.
Yes, she
Oh,
does.
yeah. I play the cymbals.
Tambourine.
And the tambourine. And the shaker. But, you know, at the end of the day, if anybody has seen me perform, my body is an instrument. So
I was about to say, gentlemen, as she says in the song Rock Revolution, she has this instrument.
So's mine.
Yes.
But listen, in Rock Revolution, she has a quote says, "My black diamond and smile." Right. So she plays the black diamond, which is her ass, and that's what everybody loves. So that's the instrument she plays.
Speak for yourself. I'm a Christian. I've never seen it.
Well, I mean, I wasn't saying
then you're blind. You're blind. Jesus healed eyes. He cured the blind, Dan.
It's
so
like two puppies under a blanket.
That's a good analogy. No, but my body is an instrument because I let the divine source or whoever I am channeling that night, I like to just completely move out of the way and become a vessel. So my body is an instrument. So when you see me on the stage and I'm twirling around like I'm somebody's puppet, well, I am at that point in time.
You were having a seizure.
I know, that's what it's like. It's like so much energy is going through my body, you know? So I like to have my body as an instrument. So for me, I will learn how to play, but for me, getting out of my way is my first goal, like when I hit that stage.
Nice. Right
Yeah.
on. Yeah. Stay with it, Steve. Do another question before we kick it up to Bobby.
So, with the new single,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna follow up full-length album, or
Yes. You want to talk about it, Corey?
I don't want to give away too much, but more
Just
songs
the
will be
tip,
coming.
Corey. Just the tip.
More songs might be on the way in a package of sorts, and that's all I will say.
Yes.
You can
2024.
Call it what you
2024.
want, but when there's a bundle of songs in one space, that might be coming.
Not might, definitely is.
Thanks.
That's awesome. Hell yeah, absolutely, for sure.
So 2024. Be on the
2020
lookout.
for all that energy. It's just gonna be an exploding package. Just all of that stuff.
Listen, you cannot have a name like Nitro and not be exploding. Just like I tell Dan all the time, whenever we hit the stage or wherever we go, we are literally going just to drop bombs, homie. That's it. That's it. We just dropping bombs.
Bobby, is that the case, Mr. Dreyer?
But I'm gonna throw something really fucking tough out for her because Jay, you mentioned this earlier.
You always do, Bobby.
Wait a second. Hold on, chick. You need to decipher this because Jay brought it up. Hold up. Listen closely.
We got muted last time.
Wait, is that season ticket or is it see a blank on a one-way ride? I asked you that the first time we met. I still think it's see a nigger on a one-way ride.
It is not that.
Look, he's got a slide. Jimmy, forget, I'm a gay guy. I'm allowed to say the N-word.
It is not. It is not that, Bobby. And I don't know why you always go there.
Bon Scott said that, look, it's either that or a lot of alcohol.
It says season ticket on a one-way ride, Bobby.
I still think I've been on a SEPTA bus.
Look up the lyrics.
I know that, but I've been on a SEPTA bus.
Cancel. You are canceled.
Oh,
Bobby's
great.
canceled. He can't resist. He always does it.
I know. I love you. But so I got to tell you, Nitra, so has any drag queen done you yet?
Oh, my.
I don't even
like
know what
sexually?
you mean by that question.
You mean like sexually?
No. Well,
We'll have our people in contact you.
no, but have you been?
Portrayed
have
you.
you seen anybody from RuPaul? Look, I've had
Oh,
you.
no,
with
no,
RuPaul's-
no.
Nobody's copied you yet.
No, I am sure that will come down the line.
We can make that happen. You know that.
Okay, hey, I'm all about it. You know that I love the queens, baby.
Wink, wink.
You keep on drinking. You
Hey,
crazy.
back to you, brother.
All right. No, absolutely, for sure. So before
I
we get
still
over to
think
Angel and
it's season ticket.
It is not that. It's season ticket. Look up the lyrics, crazy.
I know. I'm just pulling your leg.
You
before
can't resist.
bye, Bobby. Just
Bobby
gone.
can't resist.
Can't resist at all. So before we kick it over to Angel and some of the metal summoners and stuff like that, talk a little bit about what the end of 2023's got going. So we got about a month and a half left in 2023. What can you tell us about closing out the year and the beginning of next year based on what you're allowed to talk about?
So next week, or no, Sunday, we are gonna wake up super early and go perform at the Philadelphia Marathon. cold and early in the morning. We are going to be one of the bands out there on the checkpoints cheering on 30,000 runners. And you know what we are going to be singing over and over?
Train.
Get ready for the Rock Revolution.
Of course.
Yo, because I'm just gonna. We're just programming people at this point, right? Like,
But if it gets super duper, if it gets super duper cold, are you going to switch it into She Can't Deal?
That's coming too. But you know what? I'm gonna be prepared for the cold. But I'm gonna rock revolution these people like it's nobody's business. You understand what I'm saying? You got
I'm gonna get on the train and go home.
Yeah. Then we get on the train. Then we go home.
There you go. Absolutely. Angel, let's kick it over to you, my guy. How you doing this evening? And time for you to tame a little bit of this Brady Bunch.
I'm awesome. Just want to talk about. Sorry, I can't stop laughing.
I like that hat, baby.
You guys, thank you. I wore it at Exotica.
That's all he wore.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
do you
that
remember
is
him
true.
from the Battle of the Bands?
I was going to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, just Battle. Let's see. Battle of the Bands was. I'm trying to find the words. It was a fucking explosion, basically. You had the soccer moms hitting the dance floor. You had some dude pouring water over himself, which I'd never seen anybody do.
Bobby was there?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Bobby was there, dressed as a
No,
queen,
was Bobby there? I
dancing.
don't think Bobby was there.
No, Bobby was not there.
No,
But
No, he
somehow
already-
I got the gig to be one of the judges, and I'm like,
yeah.
so I had to pretend like I didn't know the band. I was like, I didn't say nothing about Nitro Nitra, but one of the judges gave you a perfect score, and I'm like, damn. And the same judge that I had to hold him back because he wanted it to go to the front, and I'm like, no, I can't. He was like, I'm a judge. I'm still alive. I'm like, yeah, but we gotta be partial here.
Yeah.
And then I'm
He
rooting
said,
for
I'm a judge,
Dan.
I'm not dead.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, I will give more points if Dan will go over to where the chicks are that are having a good time and just give them something.
And he did that.
Yes, he did. He
I remember
definitely
that.
delivered.
That was just right. Was the one that got the soccer moms up. I know because I was watching the breasts.
Oh, me too. Oh man,
That's what I missed from being in the
When they
back
turn
with the
around-
lights on me.
when
I
they-
can't see anything past the first row, so I missed the soccer moms.
Yeah.
okay. Here's
Corey is
one funny
amazing
thing.
on drums, but he sees nothing.
I see nothing. I'm basically in a little window of light. That's it.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I gotta. Hold on.
I know
bring
a
in
few of
Queen.
them soccer moms.
While I'm talking about the soccer moms, I gotta bring in Bobby. There we go. Bobby's back.
Bobby's back.
uh,
Bobby, you're back.
Shout out,
Okay.
Bobby.
Hey, do you
for-
see it? Sees the Nitro on a one-way ride. See, that's what it originally said.
Stop it, Bobby. Stop it, Bobby. Stop it.
He's Nitro on a one-way ride. You just can't resist, Bobby. You just going. That's all you got. Give
Bad
another
McAllen.
question out. Yeah. Give
Darn
another question,
18.
Bobby. That's all you got.
It's only 18.
At the Battle of the Bands, did anybody see there was an old guy sitting down for most of the night? He got up with his Apple phone and was like snapping pictures like crazy. I'm like, I got a freaking Android, and this guy's like 70, 80 years old with a freaking Apple phone.
He wasn't expecting that black diamond to hit him like it did.
Okay.
Something hit him.
Hey,
Okay, baby.
So, Angel, can I interject real quick? So,
Sure.
A funny story, and I've never seen this with musicians before. Nitra, she was afraid we were going to go over our time, right? But we came up like we were coming up short. So Nitra at the end, when we were doing the end, we end on Train, right? We have this one part where Scott starts soloing, and I'm doing arpeggios, and Corey's going crazy, and Nitra goes off into a spaceship and starts dancing, right? So Scott's looking at me and Corey's looking at me. He was like, Jimmy, you gotta end this fucking song. My fingers are cramping. My fingers are cramping. and Corey was looking like, are we done yet? Like it was I've never seen musicians before. Usually it's like, yo, keep playing. They were like, can we end this damn song? And so I'm like, well, we're waiting for her to walk off the stage. Meanwhile, she was just giving the crowd everything that she needs. So we all left the stage like this with arthritis.
I didn't notice, but man, my question is, with the battle of the bands, again, I didn't know that Scott had just joined the band because y'all sounded
Literally.
like y'all been together for a while.
Literally,
it was like
that's
a
why
well-oiled
Angel.
machine.
That's why after that first rehearsal, I was just like, it only takes me one time to know. Like I heard Corey play 4 measures, and that's when I turned to Nitra. I was just like, you hear that? That's what we need. And then when Scott started playing, I was like, yeah, we got an issue. I was like, if we lose, it's no issue. He's out of the band. I was like, but if we win, I didn't think we were going to get out the first round. We got out of the first round. I was like, yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. A good one. A good one.
I mean, it was tough. It was a tough decision being one of the judges because I want to enjoy the show, but I have to do the clipboard, go down the list of the criteria. The other judges were having a good time. We were like, yeah, but the one judge that gave all the perfect scores, I was like, damn. If Nitro
perfect scores.
I was trying to beat. I came close to it.
I'm just playing.
I got distracted. Yeah, I got distracted.
You took off
like
because
everybody
soccer
else.
moms blocked your vision. You couldn't
Yes.
see. All that flesh blinded you. I got you.
Yes, and then seeing the dude pouring water on himself, going like that, and then dancing, I'm like, what the fuck? This is.
We were on his
Is he
TV
doing
show, right?
dance?
He was.
He was
I
just
mean,
dancing, you know.
it kind of brought me back to like the 50s when people run to the stage to dance. That was that was dumb.
Yo, we had just did this TV show like a few days ago, and the host of the show said, "You guys are excitable." We are excitable, baby.
But just, I mean, backstage, you guys were just having a good time. Like, I'm not going to ask you guys to ever take this seriously, but damn. I mean, it was just a fucking awesome show. I mean, it kind of reminded me like the 50s when people rushed to the stage. Yeah. Because during the first 3 bands, you know, they were all great and everything, but everybody was just applauding. But when you kick it off the set, it was like a party.
Yeah.
Like I said, you even had one of the judges that wanted to run to the front of the stage. And I had to hold him back.
That's awesome.
He almost broke my arm.
Such a great experience.
Yeah, he almost broke my arm.
Officer Alamo.
Officer my ass. I'm the one that likes being handcuffed.
Fair enough.
Oh, Susan from Toronto. Hey girl, when are you coming to Toronto?
When are we coming to Toronto? Well, you know what? We have some things in the works, and I'll be sure to put Toronto on the radar. But we have some things in the works, so 2024 is going to be a great year.
Can I come? I want to go through Canadian customs just to see what that's
Susan.
like.
I know Susan. You said what?
No, I just want to know what it's like to go through Canadian customs.
You can be part of our road crew. Come along.
There you go.
I love it.
Absolutely, for sure. So, Nitra, let me ask you this. I want to talk a little bit about versatility, and the thing that I find so cool and also incredibly interesting about your band is the versatility when it comes to shows, the different influences, and the type of stuff that you play, and the type of other bands and artists that you play with. So people that remember me, Bobby, and Angel from Philadelphia for Masquerade, where you played that with all kinds of, great bands like All or Nothing, and Steven Adler and Autograph. Then you've also got the stuff that was involved in America's Songwriting Contest.
Yeah.
Stuff like the Sick Vicky show that you did at Reckless Shepherd. But then you've also got history playing with other artists like Ghetto Songbird. So I find that just incredibly interesting. How do you look at the availability of the band to play different shows and whoever comes calling?
Well, for me, it has really been exploring up to this point, to really find out what the sound is, what the vibe is, what's the image and the brand. And now I am at a place where I have found that, right? So Rockrevolution is harder than what has been out before. What's coming out in 2024 is harder than what's been out before. So now that I'm at this section of the band and the brand, then I understand what the sound is, what I want it to feel like, what I want the band to look like. Now I understand it. So before, it was a process of exploring, because even when I dropped that first EP, it was just like a movie music type of EP, but me still searching for the sound. Even when Walking to the Sun came out and Bobby was like, "What's this? I thought you wanted something harder." You know what I mean? I was like,
Jimmy Church. Jimmy Church, how's she like it? How's she like it, Jimmy Church? You're muted.
You're muted, Jimmy.
My bad. She likes it hard, yo.
I like it hard, baby. I like the music harder. So where we are now with the sound, yeah. So as far as playing with other bands and with Songbird, I mean, at the end of the day, I have a very soulful voice, and I think that you know, it is easy for me to be able to perform with other artists and with other genres, and it works out well. It's just that now we are going into the realm of hard rock, and I absolutely love it, and that's where it's going to be for a minute. So we shall see. You know, we shall see. Do you remember that, Bobby?
What's that?
When I sent you the song "Walking to the Sun," and then you were like, "I thought you liked it hard. What the hell is this?"
Yeah, well, you know, look, I got to tell her right now. So I introduced Nitra to a really good friend of mine, and I think he kind of bitch slapped you a little bit, and you know who that is. That would be Mark Hudson, who worked with Ozzy, wrote with Aerosmith and everything. And Mark even told you need to find out the path you want to go on, because you were all over the place.
Yeah.
You were going from Train to here, which the music was amazing, but you really need to be authentic to who you are.
Right.
And so look, he did it to me, and you know.
Absolutely. And I think for me, and what Rockrevolution represents, is I, as an individual, have been trying to figure out what I have been trying to say for most of my life. And now I am at a point where in Rockrevolution, it's like, okay, that's what I've always wanted to say. You know what I mean? That's what I've always wanted to say. That's how I always wanted to be. That's how I always wanted to act. So Rockrevolution is not just about rock music. It is about breaking through layers and boundaries of conditioning and people telling you how you need to be and how you need to sing and what you need to look like and how you need to act. And Rockrevolution is about freeing myself from that, stepping into my own authenticity of who I am as an individual, who I am as an artist, who we are as a band, and having a perspective and then something to say. And I think that most of the energy comes from me having to live in this box most of my life, right? So I was pretending to be a golf ball most of my life when I'm really this big volleyball, right? I'm like a volleyball, and I've been pretending to be this golf ball stuck in this little box. So now that I'm finally out, it's like I have all this energy because I was so oppressed, for years and years and years. So now that I'm out, it's like, wait a minute. I'm not a golf ball.
Since you've been able to make this kind of now connection with like the songs that you want to write, the sound you want to have for when you perform and stuff like that, do you find now collectively as a band, do you find you guys are now starting to be a little more selective in the shows that you do play and the bands that you play with, as opposed to being, just another band that on the bill, but now being more selective about, no, we want to be about like the strength of this show and play with other like-minded bands, as opposed to just being, yeah, I'm down for that gig.
Right. Absolutely. 100%. And we may not always agree on the shows that we want to do or not want to do, but we're definitely at a point where we can select, right? Because when you first come out, it's like, okay, I'll do that show. I'll do this show. But once you're in the game for a bit and you've made some waves, then it's like, wait a minute, which shows do I want to do? What do I want to say? How do I want to present this? So yeah, absolutely, we're definitely at that point.
Right on. Awesome. Bobby, let's kick it down to you, buddy.
So I gotta say, look, you've done a lot of things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the next step with you guys? I mean, where do you see image wise, where do you think you're gonna go on this?
Image wise, so I have always had this vision of like this superhero, super villain, hard sounding, powerful, beyond the earth realm type of band. More like a Kiss vibe, right? Because Kiss was about the entire show, from the clothing to the sound. Yeah. They put on a show. So we understand that it's all about the show. That's why I am very adamant about outfits and what we look like, because it's our goal to stimulate the viewer on all senses. So not just by sound, not just by sight, like all your senses.
Good.
All your senses. I just want to stimulate all the senses. So that's important, because when you do that, then people, because we leave our bodies, then the viewer, they can leave their bodies too, because they're so stimulated, That's the goal.
Nice.
To take them to another planet. When we did the Ladybug Festival and I got off the stage and I had to come back into my body because I had left, but all these people were coming up to me. But this one girl said, yo, you took them to another planet. And that's what we aim to do each and every time. Take them to another planet.
The Nitro spaceship.
Yes. Are you gonna get on?
Don't we all? As long as the door's open.
Yeah.
So let's kick it back over to Dan, a guy who recently got on, and while he was hanging out with Angel getting off, so let's just talk a little bit about you, Dan, outside of the band and stuff, like, because you're a big like gear nerd. Like, I know, of course, everybody in the band and music life are all definitely like gear nerds, but I definitely know that you are definitely a gear nerd when it comes to like looking out for new like attire and stuff to play and stuff to trade and stuff like that. So what is it about what you look for, whether it's stuff for the house, showpieces, studio stuff, or what you like to have on stage?
Well, what I like on stage is as powerful as I can be, but as clean as I can be. And a shout out to Corey down there because I just bought another amp today through Corey. So my stage will be bigger and bigger like Kiss. I'm going to have so many amps up there that we don't even use them. But it's okay because I got a truck. I'll get them there.
Nice.
But now it's been a great ride with this band. I love them. And not to like to play dress up as much as Nitra because she is on another planet. I'm still here. I love you, sister, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Literally, you have to have your phone close to you when we have a show because they're like, okay, well, this is our set list, and we're wearing black, white, and gold.
Dan just wants to be the hottie with the body.
I'm trying. But if you ever need any color of fabric in the world, just come to me because I never know what Nitra is going to say. So I went to the fabric store, and I swear to you, I bought a piece of gold, a piece of red, a piece of blue, purple. I get every color. And Scott's like, yeah, bring me a piece of red. I literally brought a negligee to the last show, and we chopped it up and put it around her. They're like, what's this? I'm like, don't ask any questions. Just
Hey, am I on Queer Eye?
I wanted you to be there. I saved you a pair of panties, but you didn't.
Fabric and everything else. I'm like going, wait, Tony, I think I'm on Grinder again.
They put it in their panties.
Leave
They
it
have
to
panties in their pocket.
Damn you, Angel. Would you get us on one of your gay, sex channels?
Leave it to Dan. We have derailed.
Hey.
Hold on. Yo, check this out. Wait a minute. What did the comments say about this spaceship? I think it was Brian.
It probably sounds like a
Oh.
Brian question.
Yeah, it was Brian.
What did
Oh,
you say? No more
And I
spaceship.
gotta apologize.
Brian,
Hold on.
you have not been on the Nitro spaceship, baby. We won't prod you.
That's a good point. Can't argue with that, Brian.
Some of us
$20 is $20. We'll prod them.
Yes, we will.
that's gonna be. There you go. That's gonna be the next series of merch. the Nitro Nitra box of probes.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Nitra suppository.
Well, here let's kick it back. Let's kick it down to Jimmy Church. Let's do a little bit of rig rundown with you, my guy. How about yourself? What do you like to play, and how do you like to make your sound full, bro?
Yeah, Jimmy, show us your rig.
It'll black out everything. I keep my rig in my pants. Thank you. But anyway, sorry, but no.
Deep dark and delicious.
I like Scotty. Scotty's got me hooked on the Les Pauls, Gibsons. Love the sound. That sound where we had I thought at the best. I'm working on getting one of Scotty's Marshalls. I play right now out of a Fender because I started playing guitar with a Strat Fender to Fender, and they just work well together. But I noticed that those Les Pauls work it's just like butter out of Marshall. So I'm really into more so the guitars, not necessarily gear like Dan. Dan will switch gears like look, Dan switches gears like Nitra switches musicians. So that's 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 so yeah. So that's what I do like. And like I said, when we were doing the Battle of the Bands, the sound was just perfect, and it I saw the light. It's like your guitar singing, it's easier to play. It's just like, wow. So that's what I'm working on. And Scotty's got he's my hero when it comes to that, because he's got like Marshalls all over the place. His name should be Marshall Brady. It shouldn't be Scott. So
nice. Because yeah, dude, I think for the train video you were playing, I think, a Telecaster for that video.
Nah, I was playing this one.
Oh, you were playing that? You were playing the Fender one?
No, this is the Gibson.
Oh, is that the Gibson? That's the one you were playing, that one for the train video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Right
So
on.
Jimmy, I got a lot of wood here,
Mm-hmm.
We've been in my house.
Bobby.
Look,
We could get lost in your palace's mansion, Bobby.
yes. Really good. So, Scott, I got to ask you, interject right now. What would be your favorite wood to hold in your hand? If you could hold the best wood, what would it be?
My own sword.
No. What if there was a guitar that
No.
you could?
I
What
should
would
have.
Well,
it be?
all right, listen. I have a
told you.
1969 Gibson Les Paul Custom Black Beauty, and it broke. All right, the neck cracked,
Oh,
and that's okay, because it's a piece of wood. But that was my love. I love that guitar. It's split down the back, long ways down the back of the neck. But I have other Gibson Les Pauls, and that's what I play. And I have a guy who's been around forever. His name's Rick Emery. He modifies Marshalls.
yeah, I know.
He's from Jersey. He owns Mainline Music, and he takes a regular Marshall head, and he takes right back here. He takes them and adds another gain knob to it. I don't know what he does, but it's magic.
Scott,
I learned that.
I didn't know you learned. You know Rick. I know Rick. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Small world. Wow.
Give him a Marshall 8 JCM 800 and watch what he does with it.
Nice.
And that guy is, he's the reason my tone is so great. And I got him through Mike Stanley from Funhouse. If you know Mike Stanley, he's been around. He's in the Land of Oz. Well, Mike Stanley, all them years, I used to play through the Marshall, but I needed distortion pedal. Mike, how you going through this Marshall? You know, I asked him this 5 years ago. I didn't know this 30 years ago. How are you sound so great with this Marshall? He goes, Rick Emery, man. I went, what? Hey, modifies the Marshall. So thanks to Mike Stanley from Funhouse and Land of Oz and all the other bands he was in, I started getting Marshalls modified by Rick Emery. And that guy's a genius. He's been around forever. He looks great. He's 72 years old, and he looks like he's
50,
45.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah.
So,
And,
Scotty, this will make you cream your pants. So it's my 59.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
hold on. I was trying to.
I love my old wood, right, Tony? No, wait. But yeah, this thing is beat the shit.
Wow.
How old is it?
59.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
That was
it's legal.
It's legal.
What? Yep, tastes like old wood.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Is
Is it a standard?
Yeah, it's a standard. It's no, it's
not a custom because the custom has the first fret marker on it.
Yeah, well,
But-
it's original 59.
I'll trade you my 69 Black Beauty custom for that.
No,
all right.
No.
We'll get the neck fixed first. Right? That's beautiful.
Yeah, this thing's good.
So I do have a few other Les Pauls, and they're traditionals. And I like the traditional Les Paul. They just have a slim neck. They're fast. I don't know. They feel great. So
It's got a nice fat neck. It feels like Jimmy.
for 20 years, for 20 years, I played Ibanez, and I made my way up to a Steve Vai Ibanez Gem, which I still have, and I love it. But
That is such a white guy guitar.
yeah, I know. But when I switched back over to the Les Paul, and I got away from the whammy because, you know, I don't know, it's just a different animal. It's the tone, the Les Paul with the Marshall.
Listen to Zach. Wild, you know.
It got me this job.
Yeah.
Wasn't my playing, it was the tones.
Hey,
It was
Nitra, I gotta
Question.
ask, why do you have so many white guys in your band?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You got, you went from Train to, the bunny video, and now it's like,
Let me tell you something. It has nothing to even do with color. I have been looking for people that are freaking superstars. And a lot of people think that they are superstars and that they want to be in the industry, right? But the mentality, they don't have what it like, they can't sustain what it actually takes to get to the next level because it's a lot of complaining. Like, people don't know how to walk through hell and still act like you are in heaven. It's not easy to do what we do. So with that being said, your mentality has to be on some superhero shit. And most people don't have that. So if you can't cut it, listen, I got to keep on flying, right? So it's not a matter of, oh, I like have to kick this person out. Oh, this person's black. It has nothing to even do with that. If you have the mentality and no limitations to go to the next level, and if you can cut it, let's go to the top. But you got to be driven. And most people self-sabotage because they don't have the belief in themselves, number one, and they don't have the gumption to go to the next level. So they just write themselves out of the script.
Yeah, all jokes aside, I gotta say, look, that's one thing I loved about you, Jimmy. That's what I loved about you. Ever since I met you, and through this, it's been almost 3 years now. Nitra, look, I wouldn't have invited you down to Disney.
Yeah.
If your passion, your love, and everything, and Jimmy, your fire is the shit, dude. You are the fucking man. Mm-hmm. So, and I've seen that all the shit we did here. Like I said, Scott, Dan, and Corey, look, listen to her. She's, she's the real deal.
She got the crystals.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, Bobby.
But also,
I love you, Bobby.
But also on that note, I do want to steer it down to Corey as well, because we got to talk a little bit about gear when it comes to him, because we can't let all the other guys have fun when he's got skins that he beats that he gets to talk about.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
Give me 1 second. Jay, if somebody wants to join in on this conversation, how do they do this? Is it
do you mean as far as coming on live on screen, or just
yeah.
If they want to come on live, they just need the link to come on, and then Angel will approve them and bring them on. But if they just have something they want to say, all they have to do is write it into the comments, and we'll see it.
No, how do they see this live?
Oh, on the Metal Summit Facebook and YouTube pages.
Okay, thank you.
Gotcha. So yeah, Corey, talk to us about your gear, bro.
Yeah,
it's your day, man.
I have to carry all this shit back and forth, so I have the most gear, and
I know.
Don't have much of a choice about it. And one of my biggest faults is that more is always more. So I just have the most possible toms I could have. I play a 9-piece PDP kit. Thankfully, we were able to headline the Ladybug Festival, so I was very prima donna about my equipment, my gear. So I brought the whole thing. I had the 2 kick drums like it was 1987. All the cymbals going around. I don't have a rack quite yet. That's the next thing I want to work on, is getting it to all fit on a cool DW rack. But I'll have the 3 rack toms, got the 2 floor toms, both kicks going as fast as I can. I'll only play Zildjian cymbals. So I've had a few different drum or cymbal companies reach out to try to help endorse me or whatever and try to give me their cymbals. But I won't play Zildjian. So if Zildjian's listening, give me a call. I'll endorse your product. But Zildjian A's, which is really weird because they're a pretty jazzy, bright cymbal, and I hit pretty hard, and I play metal and rock with Nitro. So I just love that overtone of a cool, thin 16-inch crash cymbal. And it's not the deepest, darkest Zildjian K you've ever heard, but it works with my sound. And I have to carry it all in a little $50 Walmart wagon that I try to get back and forth from my little SUV to the stage, all on my own, mind you, because I get no help from the band when carrying my stuff. I'm the drummer. They have their nice little case with their Gibson in it, and they carry it around. They put it in the car. Meanwhile, I'm pulling 200 pounds of metal stands and cymbals, and all this crap that I have to load. But it's a thankless job, but I love doing it.
Oh, Corey, you're so delicate.
Yeah.
That's why today is National Drummers
So
Day.
stamy hands.
Tiny.
Listen, Corey has a lot of John Bonham in him. A hell of a lot of John Bonham in him. I'm telling you right now, like not many people can pull off them roles like that, but that's the feel. That's the feel I get from you, right? Is he a big influence of yours? I mean,
Yeah, it's Bonham, a lot of Neil Peart has always been one of my idols. Nico McBrain of Iron Maiden, we're in the Maiden shirt
Love
now.
Nico. Yeah.
You'll notice that my ride cymbal is up and tilted to my right, and that's not to block Dan out and his shiny bod, but it's actually just because of the way Nico played the drums. And as a kid, that's how I always wanted to play the ride, was way up and tilted. So people look at me like I have three heads when I set up my kit all the time, because the ride is way up and all the way in front of me, and it's a camera's nightmare when they're trying to get my face because it's just blocked by a 22-inch ride cymbal. And to block Dan.
I was about to say you were blocking Dan.
It's nice to block Dan. Yeah, I don't need to see that show going on over there. I'm good.
I'm putting more baby oil next show. I'm bringing a keg of baby
is
oil.
that like a cock block? Where'd Jay go? Jay!
Jay was blocking Dan.
He is somewhere. All right, let me go to a fan question. I love this question. If you can bring back one musician from the dead, but you have to sacrifice a modern musician, who's coming and who's going south?
All right, I have one. I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm bringing back Ronnie James Dio.
Oh no, I was gonna say that.
I knew you would. I'm sorry for taking that. But we can send Sammy Hagar to the sun because Van Hagar was terrible. So
Wait!
Hagar go to the sun, and we'll take Ronnie James back.
So we're talking about like who we would bring back.
Yep.
Yeah, but then what we sacrifice now?
Yeah.
The entire rap genre for Freddie Mercury.
Vanilla
Ice.
Oh wow.
New kids. New kids on the block.
I would just kill Vanilla.
No, it wouldn't. No, you're right. There's definitely stuff that I respect for the turn of the times.
Right.
The stuff that had to be said. The stuff that had to be said, like the NWAs, the Public Enemies, the Houdinis, the Run DMCs of the world. They're all safe. They're all good to go. No worries there about being like exiled. But I refuse to defend. I got hosed in different area codes. Fuck that nonsense.
I gotcha.
New kids.
But,
New kids on the block.
Give me back Freddie Mercury from Queen and Peter Steele from Typo Negative, and I'll be good.
Okay, since you went there, okay, give me back Prince, and you can have P. Diddy.
Yeah,
okay.
Really. And the other one
Prince is a good one. Definitely, Prince is a good one. Dan, we know you want Lemmy.
Actually, what got me into playing music was Randy Rhoads, a guitar player.
Ooh, good.
I love Randy.
I knew I wanted to be a rocker, so I would take Randy Rhoads back and get rid of both members of Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli, that's amazing. If I really had to pick somebody who I could do without Madonna.
Wait, wait. The new Madonna who looks like a space alien. She looks
Yes,
terrible.
the new Madonna.
Oh.
The 80s Madonna, I was cool with that.
Yeah, Papa Don't Preach Madonna was fine as hell.
Yeah.
But this
Like
Madonna,
I was cool with all those songs, like all that music from back then. I was cool. I was cool with that. But whatever, it's funny too because Megan and I talk about it all the time. This like crazy gremlin that she's turned into now is like insane.
Like why? I don't understand.
What does she have? Like plastic surgery?
Her ass is as big as Big Mama's now. I mean, my God, she looks terrible. She really looks bad.
Madonna is very handsome.
I would bring back Chris Cornell, and
yes,
I would get rid of City Girls and Britney Spears.
Yes. Why not?
Yes.
Well, Angel's all about getting rid of NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys.
And New Kids on the Block too. For Jim Morris.
Yes. So I got another one. Bring back.
They're not much different from Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, bring back Eddie Van Halen and get rid of all those boy bands from the early 2000s.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't even know the name of any of them.
Well, like my thing is like we lose these amazing people. Like, you know, we lose Prince, we lose, you know, Michael Jackson, we lose Eddie Van Halen, we lose Lemmy. But then these people who literally just make bad music, like this girl whose daddy was a record executive, her name was like Rebecca Black or something. And then suddenly she explodes on the scene with a song about Friday and it's everywhere. And I'm like, I'm listening to this thing and I'm like, this is just bad music. I just want people to stop making bad music, just bad choices.
Jay, you know what the problem is? It's called this fucking thing. It's called a phone because everybody can do whatever they want. And I can make a song. I know 3 chords.
Well, not only that, as much as I love hip hop contributed to it because everybody's sampling now. You don't have to play anything.
Facts.
You don't have to play anything. And that's directly attributed to hip hop.
Greg, you're right. I would take Tina back. We love Tina. We don't need another hero.
Love Tina.
Yeah. No, that.
Give me some Nutbush anytime. Or Tony, give me some Nutbush.
They call it Nutbush.
Yes.
What about you, Scott? What about you?
We're going to bring back Hendrix, and we're going to get rid of the modern day Vince Neil. What the hell's going on with that guy right now? I don't know what's happening with him. He lost something.
Yeah, it's called.
I'm comparing rock to rock here. I mean,
his appetite. Let's just put it that way.
I can definitely see like.
Oh my God!
I can definitely see that. Like it is tricky with that too. Like actually, because Jimmy makes a really good point about like you know the sampling and stuff like that. Where it's funny too because like being a big like horror movie guy that I am, I'm like hypercritical all the time of these like constantly remade, rebooted franchises or you know, different just covers of previous movies and stuff. But he makes a really good point on like the sampling and stuff like that for sure. Because yeah, like you were saying, like earlier, like Nitra, where you're like, oh, you can't take out the whole genre. No, you're right. Because like I said before, those bands that I listed off, those groups, it was real talk, it was real issues, it was real discussions,
Substance.
You know, and there's a reason why band like while I think that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has gotten incredibly lax to a certain degree with the people that they let into it, there are certain bands like the NWAs of the world that do have a place in there because of like what they contributed to society and the stuff that they put on Front Street that really wasn't getting discussed.
Yeah.
So like it's definitely stuff like that. Scott, stop being so hard on my beloved Motley Crue, even though you're right.
I love Motley Crue. I grew up with Motley Crue, but I'm saying today
I know
I've seen some bad videos going on. I don't know. I don't think he knows what he's saying anymore.
dude, that video kills me, but it's one of the funniest things I've ever
I know
seen.
it is. I know.
I can't knock it. I don't have to like it because of what it is, but it's not wrong when they're just
the words they make up. They put the little words across
it's
there.
exactly what it sounds like. I think one thing was something like 5-cent cheeseburger or something, and it was like exactly like what it sounded like. And I was like, oh my God. I
don't want to hear about it. We talked about AC/DC. Stop right there. Don't even go that route.
Quiet you with your AC/DC fixation.
Yeah, he's fucking insane.
I think the metal's coming back around now.
Yeah,
coming back around.
But you gotta go new metal. I mean, the new guys, and you gotta give them, kudos. The Dirty Honey, the Bad Marriage.
I love Dirty Honey.
I love Dirty Honey.
They're awesome. That guitar player, John Nitro, he's amazing.
Oh, and the one band I can't stand, and I'm like, oh my God. What the Greta Van, Fleet? It sounds like a fucking laxative.
You don't like
it
them?
does.
I hate Greta Van Fleet.
Oh.
Me too.
I listen to Zeppelin. I know what Zeppelin sounds like.
Yeah.
My thing though, when it comes to a lot of these big tours and stuff like that, and especially with like the new wave and trying to get stuff out, is my biggest criticism with a lot of hard rock and metal is, unfortunately, we're also kind of our own gatekeepers. I'd like to see big bands really show that they care about the bands that are going to replace them eventually. Like, look, Kiss is doing their 18th farewell tour, and it's cool, and I get it. And look, no disrespect to him, because I've seen him in his previous band, and he's amazing. But the opening band for Kiss on this farewell tour is Paul's Kid.
I love him. And I'm good.
Evan's great. Evan's great. Trust me, I'm not knocking him. I saw him with his previous band, and he was fantastic. I've met him. He's a really good guy. But come on, man. I mean, I see bands going out with their longtime peers. I like the fact that bands like Dirty Honey have kind of broken through and are doing their own thing.
They're humble. They're humble guys too. They're nice guys. They're not stuck up in the clouds.
Yeah, and they're headlining their own shows at big venues, and I'm all for that. But you didn't see them though getting like taken out by like Motley Crue or getting taken out by like Kiss or stuff like that. They just they had to be grinders, a lot like, just no different than exactly what you guys do. But that's my biggest criticism of hard rock and metal is we're our own gatekeepers. We're very stuck in our own ways. We're a little bit selfish when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I'm going to interject right there. So a lot of that comes down to your booking management, and it's who you're tied into. And that's what I was going to ask Nitro about. Don't get locked in on one person and go, oh, this is your savior. They're not. They're, look, you got to find the right person who's going to represent you.
Right.
You can do all the work yourself. Sure, that's going to but you got to find the person who's going to put you in that thing right there. So, I got a friend who has a PR firm in Jersey, Adrenaline. She's amazing. I got a friend who does all the shit with Extreme and this and that. But it's got to be the PR firm that's right for you.
Right. Right. I feel you. I'm with you.
And that's what's going to get you to the next level.
Yeah.
You can do all the work yourself, but you really, it's you got to do your homework.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
and trust your gut.
Right.
Or you're going to link her up with your friends. You got all the connections, brother. Come on. Hook it up.
Yeah, but you know what it is, Scott. I'm going to tell you right now. That's great. My friends are great, but they can fuck her over as fast as anybody else. And that's the worst thing I ever want. I want Nitra to go, no, I need to go this route.
Yeah. Well,
You know, but you don't need to be locked up with a band, you know. Maybe it's going out with somebody, you know, find out who Hailstorm's booking agent is and go out with Lizzie.
Great
you know,
yeah, Scott.
There you go. There you go.
Saturday,
Scott.
let's talk off air. I'm with Nita Strauss on Saturday.
Awesome.
Her management is in New Jersey.
Nita is amazing.
And Nita's manager also books Alice Cooper.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So we'll talk.
All right.
Well, Nita's also in Alice Cooper.
Yeah, no, Nita's out on her own right now. She's opening up.
Well, no, she's on her own. Yeah, she's on her own tour right now.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
Yeah, but let's make sure that we cover it from all angles. There's nothing that you're saying that's incorrect, but let's also point out the fact that she's represented by the same person that represents Alice. True, but she also happens to be in that band.
Yeah. She's not in it at the moment, though, and
that's because that band's not touring right now. So
that's because Alice is getting ready to go back because here's the whole thing. The reason she's not in it is because Aerosmith isn't touring because Steven broke his larynx.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he did?
Yeah. And Hollywood Vampires are getting ready to go back out.
Right.
Wait. Back up a minute. How do you break your larynx?
Well, hey Tony, show them how we break a larynx.
Okay, well that's why I was trying. That's why I was side eyeing. I mean, his big ass lips should be protecting a whole lot of shit. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, it all goes on the gag reflex, Jimmy. Oh.
Whatever he's doing, he's too old for that shit. He needs to cut it out.
You're never too old. Tony's 81.
I was about to say, please don't ask Bobby that, Joe. You know, Bobby's. That's right, Brian.
Love you, Jimmy.
Let's kick it down to Angel for a little bit. Angel, come on in to the madness for a little bit, and let's hit up the board a little bit too with any questions that may have popped up.
Damn it, Bob, you always do that.
Let's get some fun questions, Angel.
That was a fun question.
Yeah, how are you going to break your larynx?
Well, I got big lips, but then again, I don't sing, so.
What do you do with those big lips, Angel?
Well, some of my exes are watching, so if they want to comment, go right ahead.
Next question, Angel. Ignore that man up in the top.
All right. I have a question.
Pay attention to that man behind the curtain.
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
If you could take, this is to everybody, if it was the end of the world and you had a jet and you would be saved, but you could take 3 people with you that we all know. So it has to be 3 celebrities. Who would you take?
3 celebrities?
Yes.
Can't be a porn star?
I mean, yeah.
There's plenty of celebrity porn stars.
Of course, it could be a porn star.
That's all you. Let's go. Go ahead, Bobby. You first.
Well, it'd have to be my other half, you know. So if you guys don't know, so my other half was the author of the Americans with Disability Act. So, and I love him.
Okay.
26 years.
More.
Yeah, I would have to go Ron Jeremy. Oh my God,
That's how you break your larynx.
Yes, and I love Ron Jeremy right
And some
there.
other things.
And the other person is probably on that celebrity wise would be my go-to person and good friend, and she's in my phone, would be Linda Carter.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Wonder Woman. My goodness.
Oh, yeah, we love Linda. So that would be a sorry, Mark Hudson. You know, I love you, but you know, you don't twirl.
Go ahead, Jay.
All right. If I'm taking 3 celebrities, so I'll take Christina Ricci, so I can just take a Wednesday Addams with me.
Yeah.
Give me Eli Roth, because I just think he's got a brilliant mind for horror movies, and he and I would just be able to like talk forever. And I'll take Nikki Sixx, because then I can just talk music and talk stories and talk bass and talk stuff with with them and stuff like that.
Nice.
But I would definitely stow away Megan in my luggage.
Okay.
Oh,
Can't leave Megan behind on my
Can't leave
celebrity
Megan.
jet.
All right, Dan.
Why are you laughing? You know this is going to be wholesome. This is going to be good for all audiences. So I start off, of course, because I'm going to need female companionship. So I bring Jada Fire because
Yes, I love her.
Angel knows she's a good woman with good attributes. You know, we would talk, you know, long walks on the beach, and you know, maybe make a movie or two.
Okay, Jada.
Then I'd go with Geddy Lee because he amazes me on his bass. He amazes me with his song lyrics, and whenever I get full of myself and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sounding good, I just got to listen to some Russian. It humbles me that quick. I get back and I start to.
I suck.
Yeah, I'm like, I suck. I got to practice more and more and more. A third person, let me see. Someone's going to drive me crazy. So, Nitro, she's going to be famous and she drives me crazy. So I'm going to bring her.
You would not take me.
I'm going to take
you. Would not take me. You know that.
I need somebody to bump heads with. I can't be in peace forever.
They have trees for that.
No, she's my little sister. I love her dearly. She hasn't killed me yet. Yet. Notice I said yet. So if I'm missing, please, anybody, if I'm ever missing, it's that little square that's right over there with the blonde hair.
We all been close to the chopping block.
Yeah. Because anybody that knows me, this thing here, this mouth, oh, I have a hard time keeping it shut. I don't know. But if there's trouble, I'll find it. Let me tell you. But no, this has been such a great time. But yeah, we'll just, you know, I only really need one person. I'll just bring Jada. You know, I'll give somebody else 2 more picks. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm with Dan on that one.
Did you ask your wife about that?
You watch your language.
Hey, this conversation never happened.
I was just joking.
Hopefully there's a lot of editing with this show.
No. Zero.
None.
All right, who's next? Where are you going next?
Blame it on me. You hung out with me too much. I was a bad influence on you. There you go.
I'm going to use that.
She can kill me. Yeah, and she can kill me later.
I would definitely I'm taking Michael Poulsen, singer Volbeat. I absolutely love Volbeat, #1 favorite band. I would love to just play songs with him and just be able to like learn from everything he does. Other than that, I don't really know. I think unpopular opinion, I would take Taylor Swift with me. She's amazing. Another generational songwriter, one of my favorites. I don't know if you can even see
that would definitely bring up record sales.
There. And then I got nothing else. That's good enough for me. Those two.
Just those two. Okay.
I guess technically then your third person would be Travis Kelce tagging along.
No, I don't want him anywhere near me.
Is that her
It's her something, I guess. Right
okay.
now.
Okay.
I'm surprised you haven't heard. It's literally everywhere. You cannot look anywhere without knowing that.
I like living in a whole bubble.
She's on her spaceship.
Yeah,
That's
I'm on a
true.
spaceship.
All right, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's hard because most of my heroes are gone now.
I know, but you can take them.
If I could finish talking, thank you.
Whoa.
Thanks. I wouldn't be taking Nitra. I would, as a matter of fact, she would get on the plane and I throw her off. So there we go. So no, I'm just messing. So let's see. Okay, so if we can go back, definitely, I think he's very cool. I would like to rock out with Lenny Kravitz for a minute. I can roll with him.
That's a good one.
And Bobby, you went with Linda Carter. I'm going with Pam Grier. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Foxy Brown. And one more. I would love to hang with Denzel Washington. King Kong ain't got shit on me. There we go. So those are my 3 stars I hang with.
Nice. Remember the Titans.
Go ahead, Scott.
Nitra, this is a whack question you got here. All right. Really? I'm taking Farrah Fawcett. I'm taking Raquel Welch. Nah, listen, I'm probably Jeff Beck. I can learn some shit from that guy. Come on.
Nice.
But listen, I probably would just stay back. I ain't taking the plane. Send it out.
You wouldn't save yourself?
Nah, not if there's only 3 going. I'm out. I'm out.
As long as he's kicking it with Fair and Raquel, he doesn't need the plane. That's just how he's going out. Okay, Angel. There's a reason why you're last.
I'm so glad I'm single because I can answer this question freely.
Really?
So it's on a plane. It's to save myself. I would need Keith Richards because he's the history of rock. See who else. Mick Jagger. It would be interesting to see if they can tolerate each other on a plane. And Cherokee the ass, so I can join the Mile High Club before I die.
You said Cherokee the ass?
Yeah.
Who the hell is that?
Who the
Sounds like a porn star.
Angel, I actually really know her, so I'll talk to you after. Like, I know her for real. So we'll talk after.
Yeah, I interviewed her.
Of course you do, Dan.
I interviewed her in 2015.
Yeah, she's very good.
I got a picture. Yeah, she is.
Jay, I love you,
together.
man. Jay, I love you, man.
Okay, is it my turn?
That, bro?
It's yours.
Yes, we didn't forget you. See, so you're last.
All right, I would take Nikola Tesla because that is a brain that I would love to pick.
Who?
I would take,
Who?
Nikola Tesla,
Who the hell is that?
one of the world's greatest inventors that ever walked the planet. So
I got
Nikola
You
Tesla.
said Nikola testes. I was like, oh, what are you doing? Something about testes? What?
Tesla, Nikola Tesla. They used to call him the devil because he was so trippy. So I would take him. I would take Ronnie James Dio, who I'm absolutely in love with right now. And for my third person, I would take Dracula.
Which one?
I don't know.
Would you go with
The original.
Well, Oh,
The original.
Oh, so she wants that Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the
You
Impaler.
gotta
Yeah.
read between those lines.
Yeah, I got Tony the
Is it the
Impaler.
original Herman Munster?
Dude, that would rock. Scott, that would rock, dude. I would love 10 minutes
Herman.
just to get Fred Gwynn back on this planet so I could
Oh,
talk
God,
to
I
him for
love
like 10
Fred.
minutes. That would rock.
Oh my god.
Who played? Well, it was Fred Gwynn, but who played what's called on there? He was on Howard Stern all the time, and he was just like no filter.
What, somebody from the Munsters?
Yeah.
What, Al Lewis?
Yes.
Yeah, who played Grandpa.
God. Grandpa Al Lewis. Oh, fuck.
Got my Butch Patrick picture over there on the wall. My little Eddie Munster over there.
See? You know what it's
Oh, hell yeah.
hitting for, baby.
Oh, yeah. Dude, actually, my friend made these for me recently. These things are sick. Check these things out.
Oh, Jay, I didn't know Motley was behind you the whole time.
That's because he blends in, dude.
Motley's his cat. He's been there the whole time.
Yeah. So, my friend made me these coffin Ouija boards for the Munsters.
Oh shit. Yo.
And for the Addams family.
I love it. Oh, that's great. What was that coffin that you were in on your Facebook?
I'm always in a coffin.
Oh.
He hangs fucking upside down.
I'm the Metal Summit resident vampire. Like, that's how that works. That's how I roll.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Was that might have been, was that when I was in Salem, or was that when I was at the Edgar Allan Poe Festival?
Good question.
Oh, I love that. Well, when we did our photo shoot, we were at a themed Edgar Allan Poe house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you would have loved it.
Hell yeah. I love all that kind of stuff. I mean, for me, the creepier the better. I mean, I'm from Salem, Massachusetts, so creepy's what I know best.
That's why we get along, baby.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. But yeah,
Why
no,
does Jimmy and his background look like he's at the Brady Bunch?
Because Jimmy's probably fucking asleep somewhere. And he's waking up
No,
only.
he's awake, but he
only
like pops in and out. But I
years.
feel like he's at the Brady Bunch house.
Jimmy, where
Here's
you
a
at?
story. About a man named Brady.
Right. Who was hanging
Wake up,
out
Jimmy.
with
Wake up,
Brady?
Jimmy. Wake
Hey,
up.
Jimmy, there was no
Wake
black
up.
people
Oh,
in
wait.
the Brady
You're over
Bunch.
there. You're
It
over
wasn't.
there.
I mean, the Brady.
There's
Look,
Back in your
hold on,
ear.
hold on. Hey, Bobby. The
Wait.
Brady Bunch was so racist, they didn't even have a black maid. I mean, my goodness.
Wait, Jimmy, wait, I lie right there. There was one black person on the Brady Bunch that wrote the football player. Remember when Bobby caught the pass and he was like, oh, he had the black football player on there.
Yeah, I forgot who that was.
Oh, come on, Bobby. You know you're the youngest one in curls.
Yeah, and look, it was like, hey, Jimmy, do you remember the black person on the Jetsons?
No,
See, there wasn't one.
there wasn't one. Yeah.
On the Jetsons?
Yeah.
There wasn't no black people in space. They didn't
Yep.
want us here in
Nope.
America. I mean, damn.
But they had to name the robot Rosie, though. But
Yeah. I mean,
Wait.
that,
Nitra. She's in outer space. Trust me. She got the crystals, the spaceship. She got friends out there. Telling you. Talk to her. She'll
look,
tell you about it.
was there black people? Look, they since you're
Oh,
going
my
there,
husband's
since you're
out
going,
there.
Bobby, since you're going down that road, there were no black people in Bedrock, and the black person in the Peanuts gang was named Pigpen. He was a dirt ball. So there you
No,
go.
no, no. On that, no. On
Big-
Charlie
Big Ben-
Brown, there was
Is Big
there
Ben a
was-
brother, really?
I thought Pigpen was the brother.
Oh. I thought he was just a dirty white dude.
Or maybe he was so dirty they made him black. I don't know.
Franklin was on Peanuts.
Franklin, that's right. You're right. I've been corrected. You're right.
Oh.
Oh, and on the Brady Bunch, it was Deacon Jones.
Deacon Jones. Okay.
Deacon Jones.
Deacon
Jones.
Jones.
Look, and do you remember the black person on Happy Days?
Can we talk about Fat Albert, please?
We don't discuss Bill Cosby.
Ooh, had a good bass guitar. Come on.
Yes, it did.
Rudy.
Yep. And I'm going to sing a song or two.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's going to be the net. That's going to be like the
Next story.
A little EP that you guys put out is like the theme songs from these various shows, just nitrified.
I love that Jimmy keeps popping in and out like Bewitched. It's like his picture, like.
How do you disappear like that?
I gotta stay. I have to stay still. I'm moving back and forth. So my. In the words of Nitra, my bad, yo, my bad.
Oh man,
Nitra, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying wrong things tonight.
Oh my God, you didn't already said about 20 wrong things, Bobby.
You bad.
Bobby,
You bad.
you get in
Bobby,
trouble
you're
every
bad,
day
Bobby,
for
bad.
saying things.
Reverend Al Sharpton and the National Action Network are going to be on your front door tomorrow.
Preach one, brother.
You're just gonna open your door, Bobby, and dude's gonna be there just tapping his foot.
Hey,
You know, like,
but I'm drinking
No
Hershey's.
justice, no peace.
Look,
No
I'm drinking.
justice, no
Look.
peace.
he's like
My Hershey's.
he's like a little kid. Like he just has to like do it. He just couldn't resist. You know, what I
Bobby
mean? He
put
just had
down
to
the
do it.
Bobby put down the juice box, dude.
She would have given Tipper Gore a run for her money.
Oh my
All right,
god.
so back to the band. Yes, 2024 is going to be a great year.
No, absolutely, 100%, because it is about that time.
Yes.
But before we clear the board and all that good stuff, but yeah, 2024 is shaping up great for the band. What would be like your first ideal accomplishment for 2024 that you would like to just have a solid foundation built? That is something that you could just knock right off.
Album's done.
Nice.
That's the first thing. Album's done. And then we'll let the pieces fall where they may.
All right.
Yeah.
Right on. Do we have hopes or potential for Nitra in Europe?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I actually just talked to a booking agent who lives in France, and we started to go over a whole plan. So how this usually works is you plant your seeds in the universe, right? Set the intention, and then you watch things conform to the way that they will, you know.
We.
How's it
Give him
gonna
a French
happen?
kiss.
I
Give him a
don't
French kiss, girl.
Yes, baby. But it's gonna happen. So she was talking about a whole tour, like start there, go here. So yeah, the seeds are being planted. I got a phone call from Jackie Bam Bam yesterday that made my whole day.
Nice.
So I like have this wonderful voicemail that I woke up to. He called me like 4 a.m. I'm like, so I'm just things are happening that I don't know what is happening, but we can
I'll
feel
see
it.
Jackie tomorrow.
Nice.
Yes.
I'll be
You're
with
just
Jackie
gonna-
tomorrow.
You're
I
just
love
going to
that.
keep riding up in the Milky Way there, girl.
Yeah. There we go.
That's
we go.
awesome.
There
For
we
sure.
go, yeah.
Angel,
So-
do we currently have any outstanding questions from the Metal Summoners or any of the Nitro Nitra fans?
Just someone wants to know about the next show.
So just some so the next show we will be at the Philadelphia Marathon next week, and it's one of those things where we are really focused on the album right now, so we don't, besides for the show next week, we don't really have any shows planned because we want to focus on the album. But let me tell you this, things just always seem to pop up. So if something pops up and we want to do it, then we definitely will. For me personally, I will be performing in January, doing a solo gig at the Union Transfer. It's called A Night of Stardust. It is a David Bowie show, tribute show. So I was asked to be a part of that. So I'll be doing that in January. So that's going to be pretty cool, you know?
Nice.
But once we release the album, then we will have scheduled shows that will be coming up. So
Nice. To push on the
we
record.
shall see. Absolutely. Absolutely. So
Right on.
to be continued, but
Absolutely.
find us on all the social media platforms.
Plug them.
If you haven't listened to Rock Revolution, it is a treat. It is an anthem. It is a delight. The whole band just really gave it their all on this track, and it just sounds great. So check it out. It's on all platforms. Rock Revolution. Find us on all social media platforms, Nitro Nitra. And you can download Rock Revolution on www.nitronitra.com. And all proceeds go to the album and the band. So there we go.
Right on.
Did we miss anything, guys? Did we miss anything?
Yeah, Nitro on Facebook. Keep going, Nitro. What else you got there? Nitro
Nitro on Instagram, Nitro
There
on
you go.
TikTok, Nitro
There you go.
1111. Subscribe to our YouTube because we would like to get to 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So go to our YouTube and subscribe and watch the amazing video that we put together. It is absolutely wonderful. Have you seen the video,
Hey,
guys?
you guys, thank you all.
Have you seen
Thank
the
you
video?
guys for your time. Thank you for
Hey,
doing this
thank
for
you,
us. We
guys.
appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen the
Corey.
video. Hell yeah, it's great.
Awesome.
Loved
Thank
it.
you. Love you guys. Love you guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching.
I need to
Absolutely.
shoot the next one in the backyard again.
Absolutely.
100%.
We did, because I don't know if people know this, but we did shoot Walk Into the Sun. The Alice in Wonderland scene was shot in Bobby's backyard. So we've been on a
Me and
journey.
you driving in the car, you know. Look, man.
Yeah.
His palatial estate where Al Sharpton will be protesting.
Told you, Bobby's just gonna open up his door and dude's gonna be standing there
Wait.
just tapping his foot.
He's nearby. I'm coming over to play some of them guitars, Bobby.
Scott, where do you live? Scott, where you at?
I live in Garnet Valley, PA, but I'm in Jersey right now. So
Oh, okay, I'm in Doylestown.
I'm
dude.
back and forth. Delaware County and Williamstown, New Jersey.
All right.
Sometimes I'm up in Cape May.
Well, you're not arrested or anything, right?
No.
Not right this second.
I'm like,
Absolutely no, for sure.
I'm in the penitentiary over here, and you know, sometimes they keep me here, and you know,
I'm in
keep
free
the
floating
ones that are
land.
Good behavior.
Bobby's always just gonna be shackled in some way.
I love to be shackled. So does Angel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm where the
It's
universe
fun.
is taking me. All right. I'm where the universe is taking me. That's where I am.
It's where
The dream's still alive.
The
The
Nitra
dream's still alive for
UFO
the old man.
It's where the Nitra UFO just drops people off at. But anyway,
Listen,
Nigel,
thanks for having us. I just
we-
want to say thank you guys so much for having us. Like I said, Metal Summit is a lucky omen. Every time that I come on this show with you guys, then wonderful things happen directly after that. So I thank you guys for allowing us, because Nitro Nitra, like Nitro Nitra would not be Nitro Nitra without the band. So Nitro Nitra is a collective. So that's why it's very, listen, have to have the band, because Nitro can't be Nitro without the band.
Nothing without the queen. Nothing without the queen.
No,
I
absolutely.
love you guys, y'all.
We appreciate your guys' time so much. Metal Summoners, we love you guys. Thank you guys
Love
so
you
much for
guys.
tuning
Thanks
in
for
every week
watching.
and allowing us to do these great episodes every single week. We got another great one for you next week. It's been confirmed today, so watch out for that guest announcement over the weekend for next week's episode. I want to say thank you to Strung Guitar String Jewelry at getstrung.com. 20% discount if you use the discount code SalemJ. So go in and check it out if you want to get in on jewelry. Also want to give a shout out to Rebel Heart Entertainment with the show they're putting on in late December that Angel and myself will be hosting with Silver Tongue, Heart Grenade, and Illusions of Grandeur. So we really want a great turnout for that. That's going to be in York, Pennsylvania at Tourist Inn. So we look forward to getting everybody out when it comes.
I met a couple of them guys from Silver Tongue. They're nice guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Nice
come on
guys.
out too, man. If you're able, Scott, we definitely love everybody, of course, to come out and hang out with us. That's going to be December 30th at Tourist Inn. So we look forward to having a great time with myself and Angel holding it down for that. And then make sure that everybody is, and all you guys are following the various members of the Metal Summit. We really appreciate everything. You can find Bobby at BobbyDreyer.com. You can find Psycho Steve at PsychoStevePresents.com. You can find Angel at AngelAlamo78 on Instagram as well as Facebook. And you can find me at Just a R&R Junkie on Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook as well through Salem J or my own private page. But make sure you guys are supporting Nitro Nitra, the band, in all of their various endeavors. Look out for the new music and make sure that you're streaming, downloading, and buying Rockrevolution to continue keeping the music live. So Metal Summoners, thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Be good to each other. We'll see you guys in a week. On behalf of Bobby, Angel, Steve, and myself, and on behalf of the Nitro Nitra band, we thank you guys so much. Have a great one. As always, you guys have been watching